Hello there. Jesus is Lord. He's not only Lord, but He's my personal Lord and Savior. I'm under the weather today, very sick, so I'm making vegetable soup and fufu. For my vegetable soup, I added my beef to my pot. I added my smoked turkey. I added my onions, pepper, garlic, celery to the same pot. I went ahead and added my spices. I also added clove to the same pot. I put enough water to cover my meat, and I set my soup on the stove to cook. Next, I went ahead and I prepared my okra for my fufu. I cut the okra, put a little bit of water, and put it to steam for about 8 minutes on low heat. Then I went and started to prepare my fufu. I used 2 cups of fufu flour. You can get this fufu flour from any international market. I added enough water to my fufu flour and mix. And you continue to mix until there is no knot in the fufu. If it's difficult to mix with the spoon or the spatula, you can go ahead, wash your hands and mix with your hands, but you need to mix it till it's smooth. And the consistency needs to be that it should be able to pour, but it should still have a lot of thickness to it. So once you get it to that, you can put it in the microwave, cover it up, and I set my microwave to about 5 minutes or 4 minutes will be okay. So I left it to cook. By now my turkey is well done, so I went ahead and I started to cut it up because I was using the drumstick of the turkey. So I cut it into tiny pieces enough to serve, and then I added it back to my soup pot. And then I also went ahead and added all my vegetables to my pot. I added my string beans, I added my tomatoes, I added my mushroom. I mix it well, cover it up, and then once my soup was completely cooked, I added my fresh fish that was well seasoned. I laid my fish over it and just left my soup on low heat. I went back to check on my fufu. As you can see, the fufu is coming along great. It's not well cooked yet, but I'm going to mix it some more, and then I'll cover it up and put it back in the microwave for about 6 minutes. So as you can see, you see how stiff it is. It takes a lot of strength to mix that fufu. So you are mixing it because you don't want some areas to be cooked and some areas to be raw. So that's why you are kind of just mixing it. But it is not cooked yet. So once you mix it a little bit, you cover it up and then you put it back in the microwave to cook for at least 7 to 8 minutes. You see, after I took it out, it's getting there. It's a little bit easier to mix. It's not completely cooked yet. I mix it some more. You see how I'm patting it. You just patter your fufu. I'll mix it for a while and then I'll put it back in the microwave, cover it up and put it back to cook for a while. Okay, so as you can see, okay, so now after I put it back in the microwave, took it off, you see now it's cooked. You see how easy it's mixing. Once it gets to where you can easily pattern it, you know that your fufu is ready to be served. So now that your fufu is ready to be served and your soup is done, it's time to serve. But you have to now mold your fufu. I love to mold my fufu when it is still hot because it molds better. So to mold your fufu, you need a cold bowl of water and another bowl. So first of all, you wet the bowl that you are about to mold the fufu in because you don't want the fufu to stick to the bowl. So once you mold it, and you have to keep the cold water next to you to always cool your hands because the fufu is very hot. So as you can see, I'm molding my fufu, and today, as I said, I'm under the weather. I'm down, very sick, and so I have appetite for soup, delicious soup. So there you have it. Your fufu is ready, and I took my soup out of the pot and serve it in the bowl. And for my okra, what I did with the okra that I steamed, I blend the okra together with some peanut butter paste. I took 2 large spoons of peanut butter and put it in the okra and blend it. And then I will use that to serve my fufu. So I put the fufu in the bowl. I took some of the mixture, the okra blended with the peanut butter. I put it on top of the fufu. And then I'm going to add the soup. And with the okra mix, it helps you to be able to swallow the fufu easier. And it makes it, so delicious. So there you have it. And we have to taste this. Oh my God, this is so delicious. So there you have it, a wonderful hot bowl of fufu, vegetable soup and fufu. Some of the spices I use seasoning oil, black pepper, I use sage, I use clove, I use pink salt, and there it is.